Hello and welcome back everyone. AnthWolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic. Playing as our Sith Sorceress here, Morathi. And where we last left off, we were doing another interlude video. We were doing the flashpoint known as Aphis. And we're now ready to continue with the main storyline. And we're on our way now to Nar Shaddaa, the Smuggler's Moon. So, let's get ourselves underway. We are level 57. Still have a little bit of our experience booster remaining. Level 58 for our next and our final unique ability, which is Lightning Bolt, which we already know replaces Lightning Strike. Level 58, 59 and level 60 all have something to give us, which is quite nice. We're actually going to be finally able to unlock the heroic tier of utility skills as well. Did I miss any new abilities? No. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's get ourselves underway. So, Nar Shaddaa is in Hutt space. It, of course, is a moon, literally, orbiting the planet Hutter. The so-called Smuggler's Moon is best known for one thing. Anything can be bought here if the price is right. Nar Shaddaa orbits Hutter, homeworld of the Hutt cartel, but exists as a power in its own right. Criminal organizations and legitimate enterprises operate side by side, regulated only by the Hutt's whims. Gleaming skyscrapers house corporations, casinos, technology shops, spice houses, and every other type of business imaginable. Although no other world offers Nar Shaddaa's unique services, the city has a notorious murder and disappearance rate. Gangsters, pirates, slavers, and worse crowd the streets, and Republic and Imperial representatives compete for influence with the local powers. Strangers should be extremely cautious. Yes, we might actually encounter players from the other faction here on Nar Shaddaa. At this point in time, the Hutt cartel are claiming neutrality. Of course, they're probably taking deals on the side from one faction or the other. But as a general rule, fighting between the major powers is prohibited, lest the Hutt cartel probably fine and raise some embargoes on the faction that start the fighting. Either way, let us be on our way as we're trying to locate the third artifact of Tulak Horde.
Apprentice, you've reached Nar Shaddaa safely. Good. Don't let the glittering towers fool you. Misery and desperation rule the slums below. And desperation can drive people to many things. Remember that in your attempts to recover the artifact here.
Any idea where I should start?
In this case, the who is more important than the where. The artifact, a pendant called the Eye of Tulak, belongs to the Sith Lord Palladius. He's lived here many years, converting Nar Shaddaa's poor and suffering into zealous followers. His own cult.
He sounds like a very cunning man. I admire that.
Cunning, devious, persuasive, yes, and atrociously stubborn. Palladius leads his cult from seclusion, but you can draw him out. I've contacted 2 of his former cult members. They're in hiding now, fearing retribution, but hungry for revenge. They should prove useful.
How did you convince these fools to help?
I have encouraged their cooperation with the assurance that once Palladius is gone, the cult is theirs to lead. Circumstances change, of course. Do whatever you feel is necessary with Palladius and his cult. The artifact is all that matters.
Okay. And we actually have a codex entry on this Lord Palladius. Let's have a look. So he is a pure-blooded Sith. For much of his youth, Lord Palladius led an undistinguished career as a charismatic but petty Sith Lord. He's become the cult leader of the Screaming Blade, which has allowed the Sith Lord to enrich himself by expanding his collection of art and antiquities. So, apart from maybe being charismatic and a manipulator, Lord Palladius seems rather unremarkable. Oh well. Actually, before we leave, we do have these 3 bits of mail. We have Major Illan, who we encountered on Balmora. Suggesting we get a full medical examination after taking that serum, which allowed us to gain access to the broken open vault. Leric Ceres. Oh, an apprentice under Darth Lacris, perhaps. Thanking us for getting Grand Marshal Chiquetta's confession. Oh. And we sold those leather gloves that I put on the cartel market when we left Korriban. Hey! Sure, why not? If someone benefits from them, more power to them. Right, let's get ourselves down to the planet's surface. Well, not so much the planet's surface, to the local spaceport. Similar to Coruscant, Nar Shaddaa is made up of many layers. It's pretty much just like a city that encompasses the entire moon surface, and then they've just built up from there. Okay. We have been synced to level 25. As always, what we'll do is we'll get out of the spaceport and have a look at our world map to familiarize ourselves with the places we will be visiting during our time here in Nar Shaddaa. Before we even really get anywhere, it seems we do actually have a heroic mission as a player of the Empire. Let's see what this is all about.
My lord, Captain Headley, Imperial Corrections. Sorry to impose, but I've got a mess on my hands. Was overseeing a prisoner transfer. Weequay pirate named Vomba. Couple of bounty hunters caught him, wanted the reward. Somehow Vomba's mates found out. Shut down our security droids. Turned the entire spaceport into a war zone before they made off with him.
This Vomba, what's his story?
Career criminal, been in and out of a dozen prisons. Likes to hijack Imperial cruisers, take them on interstellar joyrides. Between the droid shutdown and his cronies, that swaggering git has the run of the terminal, but we've got him cornered. Negotiations ended with a dead diplomat. I'm not having any more of that. Rather someone just went in there and made an example of him.
There will be no survivors.
Much obliged. Vomba's gang has sliced control stations throughout the terminal. You reset them, the droids should power back on and do their part. From there, it's just a matter of cleaning up. Go wild.
Excellent. So we need to reactivate 4 security droids and then locate Vomba himself. This is an instanced heroic area, so any folks we kill aren't going to come back. And we have a bonus to defeat 45 of Vomba's gang members. Okay. Oh crap. Gotta try and remember to make more use of polarity shift so that when our Fork Darkness and Fork Lightning proc, the cooldown reduces a bit more quickly. So I think there's 2 security droids on the lower level, 2 security droids on the upper level. We're making good work of the gang members so far. Let's let Chem heal up slightly, and we'll proceed to the first droid. we activate these droids actually quite early, they will patrol and kill some of the thugs for us, and they will contribute to the bonus mission. Actually, just remembered that. Well, 2 droids activated, 2 more to go. We will have to deal with this group. Might as well do it now, get it out of the way. Oh, we can hear droids in combat downstairs. Hey, there's the bonus mission complete. Happy days.
Say's Lake.
And here's the third droid. Which way are you going? It doesn't really matter, this hijacker's gonna jump on us anyway. Yep. Right. Almost complete. Getting there, slowly but surely. Nope. Now I'm stuck in a combat pose. There we are. Oh, bloody hell, got myself turned around. And here's Vomba themselves.
Baru Jamunja.
Sods in Courting didn't survive the firefight, so they won't need it.
There we are. Okay, so we have Force Healers and Force Lord lockboxes. So Healers is the DPS and healing tree, I think. And I think the Force Lord box is the tanking. Pretty sure that's how it works. You know what? For the sake of double checking, I'm going to take the Force Lord lockbox. Just in case this is the healing spec and this is the DPS spec. And if I'm wrong, then I know for next time. Will it tell us? Oh, it's still... Let's have a look at this. So this is giving power and alacrity. I'm not too sure, actually. They're both given power and alacrity, which is quite nice. No stat boosts are quite impressive, but it doesn't really matter. Because we won't notice the stat boosts anyway. We have this Merson armor set. Oh, I see. Once again, I quite like that, but again, not... Oh! Even got a set of gloves to go along with it. Interesting. Right, either way, everything else we can sell. Not a problem. Right, we need to go meet with these former cultists. Where are they? They're on the promenade. Okay, not a problem.
Where do you think you're sending that scan?
Forgive the unorthodox introductions. Moro Vizon, head of special operations for the Imperial Diplomatic Service. I need assistance plucking a thorn from the Empire's side. It should be a trivial task for a Sith, my lord, but I want the world to see your power.
What's the mission?
I was tasked with gathering allies on Nar Shaddaa. Hut clans, corporations, gangsters. But one man has resisted our entreaties. Ukabi is the local leader of the Exchange, a galaxy-spanning criminal organization specializing in high-tech vice. Ukabi and the Exchange refuse to join us.
What does the Empire want from these gangsters?
The Exchange spends more money than most governments on spies, slicers, and scientists. Anyone they can't buy, they kidnap. They would have been valuable friends, but Ukabi drugs and tortures my messengers. We need to make an example of him.
Defiance is unacceptable. He should be dealt with.
I want his army decimated, his arms caches looted, his chemical refineries razed to the ground. I want a show of force so overwhelming that no one on Nar Shaddaa will ever deny the Empire again. If you would grant us this favor.
It may serve my purposes. The Exchange will burn.
The Exchange operates out of the Corellian sector of the city. Your path of destruction begins there. When you're through crippling the operations, you can find me at my command post. I'll be watching the chaos from my chambers.
Okay. So here we are as the Empire trying to make friends with the local undesirables, but the Exchange has chosen to refuse the Empire's overtures. Oh, we also now have Lightning Bolt. Which pretty much does the same thing. I can't recall if it had a slow effect. Hello, Cam, what did you say? This would be an easy place to let your guard down. And he cannot vouch for our safety if we do. Yeah. Like you really care for my safety, Cam. I know how you truly feel. Let's have a look at the heroic missions here. There's a vast majority. There's a nice selection. Oh yeah, we were going to look at the map, weren't we?
Be well.
So, we have two spaceports, one for the Empire, one for the Republic. We have a central hub, known as the Promenade, which is what you can see in the distance there. In addition, there are two floating casinos. The Club Veriia Casino and the Star Cluster Casino. And then there are four major sectors. While we are going to the Corellian sector to deal with the Exchange, players of the Republic would be going to the Nikto sector. And while we are going to the Duros sector later on for one reason or another, the players of the Republic get to enjoy time in the red light sector. There is an upper and lower industrial sector, and then of course, finally you have network access and Shadow Town. So, let's get ourselves over to the promenade and meet these former cultists.
Vehicle paths are currently open for business. Have a safe and pleasant stay.
We'll probably take a small break between heading over to the Corellian sector and dealing with the exchange. So as I say, we may encounter players from the other faction. It's especially here in the promenade. Yeah, we have a level 44 commando. A giant statue of a hut. Pop ourselves into this cantina first. The Slippery Slopes Cantina. We went in there just to unlock the quick travel node. Right, so we just need to go across the square here.
Oh, Destress, dear brutish Destress. And Riley, so beautiful and intelligent. You were like children to me, which is why it pains me to do this.
You can cut the act, Palladius. You never cared about any of your children.
We don't need a tyrant for a father.
Ah, well said. Marvelous last words. Truly, I expected nothing less, which is what makes this so hard. Now, if you'll excuse me, my other children would like to play with you.
Oh. Oh, hello. Seems we were arrived just in time.
What have we here? The cavalry, looks like. Appreciate the help, but I had it under control.
Tagasar Chais en Barks Prize war Tairen Swase Ik Bus Karadida.
Easy, Destress. This isn't some holo you're talking to. My lord.
You would be wise to follow her lead.
Course, my lord. Sorry. There was a lady Sith a while back, Darth Sash. Said she'd send someone to help us out. You it?
I'm not going to help you. You're going to help me.
Of course that's what he meant, my lord.
Yeah, sure, either way. So long as Palladius is made to swallow dirt. Said we'd make a, what's it, a mighty sword and strike against our enemies? It was all lies. It was all lies, but you win the support of the poor, you knock Palladius's legs out from under him.
The masses will worship me by dawn.
Get him the way Palladius did. Find the biggest, most vicious gang on the block and crush them. Right now, the gang's the Crates, named after the Crate Dragon on Tatooine. Their leader, Sabin, thinks he's descended from one. Take out Sabin, and the masses will see you as a regular hero.
And when another gang rises to take the Crate's place?
You're right. Taking out the Crates wins you followers only until the next gang rises up. But there may be another way. A plague called the Rot afflicts the poorest of Nar Shaddaa's poor. But it can be cured, and the person who does so will be regarded not just as a hero, but as a prophet.
Prophet? Now that's more to my taste.
I'm glad you approve, my lord. The cure to the Rot is owned by Titus Neutronics. You'll have to steal it from their warehouse, then distribute it.
In this case, I'd rather be loved than feared.
Good, but be careful. The warehouse is heavily guarded, but if you can steal the cure and distribute it in the Corellian sector, you'll own the lower classes.
That's the thing. Let's try to gain popular support. If we have to play nice for a little while for a longer term benefit, then I'm willing to be loved rather than feared. To a point, at least. We do have a codex entry on these former cultists. So Riley is more of a follower of those who are powerful, while Destrus was a bit more rough and tumble. He actually believes he could become the ruler of his own cult someday. So where is Titus Neutronics? I'm guessing they're in the Corellian sector. Indeed they are. Right. What we'll do then is take a break here. And when we come back, we'll head over to the Corellian sector and deal with the exchange and hopefully get this cure for the Rot. Right. Oh well. We'll park ourselves right here. Thank you all for joining me once again as we spend some time here on the Smuggler's Moon. And when we come back, we'll see if we can gain the lower masses and cut out Lord Palladius's support to see if we can simply convince him to hand over the artifact of Tulak Horde. As always, feel free to saw someone climbing the statue there. As always, feel free to leave a comment if you so wish. And hopefully I'll see you for even more next time. Until then, no, take care. Bye bye now.